I don't think Ford could have made this any more difficult. I mean, who doesn't love getting head, am I right? Getting heads off, sorry. Now this is gonna be the biggest project I have ever done on the channel. I'm a little excited, a little apprehensive, a little nervous, because I do not know how this is gonna go. This is a 1990 Ford Econoline E250 van, and it's got a big problem. It's got an exhaust leak in the worst possible place. So this is a 36-year-old motor. Keep that in mind, 36 years of rust. And the exhaust manifold bolts are just as old. Now what happened was the exhaust manifold bolt broke. When it broke, it just rusted out, came loose, and it caused an exhaust leak. So now we need a new gasket and a new manifold. Now let me show you. The manifold has practically zero space. Now how am I expected to get in there and, you know, extract things? Now, look at the condition of these bolts. There's a really 100% good chance every single one of these manifold bolts are going to snap off. And when they snap off, how am I going to drill and tap when there's no room? No room at all, especially to get way back in there. Well, that means I got to pull the heads. And that's what we're going to do. The driver's side is perfectly fine. There's no leaks. I mean, it is old, but it's not leaking, so we're not going to bother with the driver's side. But this side, we have to pull the head. And to make my life a little easier, I went ahead and bought a new head, new manifold, new gaskets for everything, new head gaskets, intake manifold gaskets, all of it. I bought all new gasket kit, heads, exhaust manifold bolts, head studs, all that. And I'm just going to replace the whole damn thing. I don't feel like spending a whole day or two extracting, drilling, tapping, and trying to get the old rusted out manifold bolts off. I'm just gonna say fuck it, and I'm replacing it all. Now, am I a little crazy for wanting to take this job on? Maybe this is gonna be just a terrible idea. If you love watching video fails, successes, engine teardowns, any kind of mechanic work period, you're gonna want to stick around for these series. But I'm sure the burning question is, Justin, why the hell are you going to rebuild the engine, partially rebuild, on this old ass van? What's so special about this van that you'd want to put that into? Well, let me show you. This is a mint condition 36-year-old camper RV, and every single thing works inside of it. Every amenity. The sink, the stove, the fridge, microwave, furnace, toilet, shower, hot water heater, you name it, it all works. And what's sad is this is kind of the end of an era. You know, these things are not made like this with this much character. I'd like to know your thoughts. Would you think this thing is worth saving? I mean, as far as the condition it's in, not a speck of rust, the thing's in perfect condition. I don't see why you wouldn't want to save this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now with the amount of work that I know I have ahead of me. But one step at a time, right? Now, I know I've told you I've never worked on this vehicle before, but I've never worked on one of these vehicles before. So everything we're doing, we're just figuring it out as I go. Now there's going to be 2 more screws down here that hold the bumper on. One there, there's one here. There's going to be a bunch of them. Let's get this off. Just be very careful. Pull it down just a little bit. That way we can get the headlights out. That's a really good bumper. That thing's in really good condition. Now I want to disconnect the battery before I really start getting into anything. So I'm going to take this off. Oh, this is a COVID battery. Now this goes to the coach, the actual house batteries, but we're gonna take it out anyway. I don't want any power going through this thing at all. Get the air intake off. So we're gonna go ahead and get the bottom radiator hose off. Oh yeah, it's rough looking. Just to show you again where that little radiator hose was. Right there. Now I want to get this bracket off. Get these bolts. That looks like a 1/2 inch. Yep. Swing that over to the side. Ground wire for your house battery. Go ahead and just set that in there. Alrighty. So it looks like we can just kind of flap this over. Cross member removed. 1/4 inch for that. It's tiny. Smallest little bolts I ever did see. Well, I guess screws, whatever. Move. So here we have the throttle body. This is a electronic fuel injected, so it's a fuel injected motor. It is not carbureted and it is not throttle body injected. So here we got the dipstick tube. Now I know that this has to be removed. This goes to the transmission because it actually runs across the intake manifold. So we're gonna have to just remove that. There's a bolt right here. So from the manual, it tells you exactly how to remove the heads. The cylinder head to be replaced, follow this procedure. Okay. And what's cool is I found a manual, and right here it tells you exactly what bolts and where they are, so we can remove the intake manifold. And it kind of gives you a breakdown on everything, which is very nice. If the right hand cylinder head is to be removed, remove the alternator and air pump mounting bracket, complete with accessories. So it's telling me here that all I have to do is remove the alternator and the air pump, which I don't think mine has an air pump, but I'll go look again. And then we're good to go to remove the intake manifold. Hopefully this is correct. I'm gonna take a 17mm socket. We're gonna remove the belt. Put it on the tensioner. As you pull it, like you're loosening it up, it's gonna pop the belt off. Go ahead and start spraying these bolts down. Who knows if these are going to come out easy or not. Careful to take note, this is a ground wire. You want to make sure it does not get missed, or you're going to have some big problems. Pop this line off. There you go, cracked it loose. Let's get my handy dandy Flex extra long Flex double end ratchet here. Man, these things are awesome. I got a link in my bio with all the tools I use. You gotta pick these up, man. I've been using these for about a year straight, and they are, look at that, perfect, man. You see the ratchet didn't fit, but this does. I feel like a damn caveman when I gotta use manual tools. I'm so spoiled with using my power tools. Alright, as you can see, we have the ground wire that goes to the battery terminal. Don't forget that. Ooh, that's on there. I'm gonna put this on level 2 because I don't want to risk breaking anything. I just want to be real careful because I don't want to snap anything. It's working pretty well. There we go. Big old alternator bolt. So I'm going to take the alternator and I'm going to just rotate it over. So now you can see, flopped it over, and we have access to this bracket, I believe is what it was telling me to get to. Yep, so this is the bolt that we need to remove the head, because you can see that, well, it bolts into the head. So we gotta remove that.